Hey Gustavo, this is Dallin Broomfield, and this is the video that you requested at the Pest World Boston. And so today I'm going to go over some tips and tricks that you can use to beat out your competition online, bring in some more website traffic, and overall increase your leads and sales. And so the three things that we're going to go over today is content, citations, and backlinks. And so first up is content. So content is anything on your page that you can actually highlight. So it could be any text, any pictures, and you want to have at least 1,500 to 2,000 words of content just on your homepage alone. And there's a few reasons. One, Google is an informational hub, so the more content that you have across your website, the more that they feel like you're the expert in your field. And then two, it gives you the opportunity to put in some of the high quality and relevant keywords in your area. That way, the algorithm knows that you do those services. They can identify that, and then the users can find your website because it's updated with the algorithm. So going through your website here, I see you guys are doing a lot of things right. I love how you have the click to call button here, message, contact form. That's always super important with the pest control industry because pest control is kind of an emergency service. So when somebody is having an issue and they do find you online, they want a way to call you or get in touch with you immediately. They don't want to have to dig for it. And so as we go through here, the first thing that I noticed, oh man, I really like this too. This is super cool. So the first thing that I did notice is that you guys don't have a whole lot of content on your website. And if we come over here and we look for pest control in Manhattan, pest control Manhattan, we can see that these keywords are getting searched, or that keyword right there gets searched 350 times a month. This one gets searched 250 times a month. So being ranked organically for just those two keywords right there alone is going to be right at about 90 people visiting your website every month if you're ranked in the top five. Google said, Google's numbers are right at like 15% ranked in the top five organically. And so if we come over to your website and I hit F3 here and research pest control Manhattan here, you can see how this keyword is nowhere in your site. So the Google algorithm can't even identify that you're doing those services. And then another one, it was pest control in Manhattan. So you got that one. That is good. Another one was Manhattan pest control. I think I saw that one in there too. Yeah, there you go. So you got that one in there as well. So you have two out of the three keywords in your website, but you're missing out on another 250 traffic because you don't have that keyword in there. So yeah, that's my first tip is to get more content in your website so you are able to get more of these keywords. So the next thing I'm going to go over is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to be the Google user and I'm going to look for pest control in Manhattan. And so the key to SEO is getting on the first page of Google as many times as possible. That way you just increase your conversion rate. And of course, like when people are looking for pest control services, they're not going back on the third, fourth, or fifth page. They're going to click on, one of these pest control companies that they see right up here up top. So the first thing that we see here are your local service ads, the Google guarantees. These are actually very effective to get in. The reason why is people just really trust the reviews these days. And it's stuck up here at the first of the page or the front of the page, and all the reviews stick out. It's got the green, Google guarantee, and it just builds rapport with the customers. So the only downfall to these is it is kind of a long drawn out process to get in here, and they are kind of expensive, but definitely worth the value. Google really backs up their products, so I do advise people to get in there. The next one down is your PPC, your pay per click. These have their own pros and cons. The pro is like I said, getting on the first page as many times as possible to increase your conversion rate. And you can see how big this ad is right here. It's taking up a lot of space. It's definitely catching the eye of the customer. And the way you do this is you run extensions on top of your ads. And it doesn't cost you any more to do that. The only time you get charged is when somebody actually clicks on your ad. And so you can run as many of these extensions as you can. You could even put, like, normally people have a phone number up here. Neither one of these guys do. But on the mobile app or a mobile device, if you come across this ad, it'll actually have the phone number there, a way to click to call, and it's just more convenient to people, and it does increase your conversion rate. So the downfall to this is the conversion rate on these are only about 5 to 10%. We've had some run about 20, but it is very rare. It just all depends on the area. And then also, you could come into a situation where you can have some of your competitors clicking on your ads. There is programs out there to prevent that, but it does cost extra. And so I always just like to make everybody aware that we could come into that situation. And then the next one down is your local map pack. So in my experience, this is the best place to be. It has a lot of rapport with the customers, again, because it is a local map listing, so everybody local can see these, and then it does have the reviews and everything. So the best way to get up here in the top 3 of the local map pack is to have good, high quality pictures that are saved as keywords. So like I mentioned, any content that's on your website, including pictures, you want to have these pictures saved as keywords as well. And so you would want to have this as, H2 environmental pest control Manhattan, right? And so that way the Google algorithm, they can't see the pictures, but they can see what's behind them. So it's the same thing with having them in your map listing here, having those pictures saved in as keywords. That way the algorithm can identify it. Another good way is to have, a good consistent review pattern and be responding to those reviews. That way Google can see that you're interacting with your customers. Another way to interact with your customers is to make weekly Google posts. And then most importantly, which is my tip number 2, is to get a lot of citations. So citations are simply just web directories, anywhere where your business name, your business address, and your business phone number is listed. And that could be in LinkedIn, Yelp, Home Advisor, Manta, peststrategies.com, pest.org. Anyone, like I said, anywhere where your business name, address, and phone number is listed, it creates a citation for you. And the more you have, the more authority that you'll have in the map pack. And then the next one down, Gustavo, is your organic traffic, which goes all off of your backlinks. And backlinks are other websites that are linking back to yours and giving you power. So again, we're going back here. So this is a tool that I use called Ahrefs. That it is just a tool, not 100% correct all the time, but it does update pretty regularly with Google. And so we can look at your site here that you got a UR rating of 19, domain rating of 2.3. So domain rating is very low here. The industry average right now is right around 20 to 40 for most pest control companies. And that all has to do off of the power of the backlink. So we can see that you have 57 referring domains going back to 693 backlinks. So you guys have been doing some SEO. I can see you started doing getting more referring domains right here around January of 2021. But the do follow backlinks is at 35. So these are actually the backlinks that create power and bring power to your site. So we'll want to look at the competitors in the area and see what they have and get the same things that they have. So we're going to look real quick and see what keywords you're being found for. So these are the keywords on your website going across the entire website. We could see how you got a little traffic right here, but it really kind of peters out. And like you can see here where your blog, it's like how to get rid of cockroaches in a restaurant. You do have one person traveling into your website for that. But the bad thing is like anybody, this is not in Manhattan, right? Or this could be in Wisconsin, anywhere. There's no meta where it's like for Manhattan. So that's a big problem. So narrowing down again to just your home page, because it is geared towards Manhattan. I can see that you do have one keyword, Manhattan Pest Control, but you guys are sitting back on the 10th page, and that's why you don't have any traffic. So looking at one of your competitors right here, this is Broadway Exterminating. You can see how they've got a little bit more power. They've been backlinking their site for a long time. They've got 173 backlinks. So this is where you want to get to. It does take time, but we know how many backlinks that we need to get to beat these guys out. And so just looking at some of their keywords here, so you can see Manhattan Pest Control gets searched 250 times, Pest Control in Manhattan 350, Exterminators NYC 700. So you can see how they're getting ranked for these keywords because they have those exact match keywords in their website and they've been backlinking their site for so long. And so they've actually got 39 people coming in, 34, 28. So this is all search intent, buyer intent keywords. There are people that are looking for pest control services actually in Manhattan and getting that traffic. So I hope you found value in this video. I really look forward to talking with you again and getting some feedback on what you thought. Thank you.